Well, a good Thursday, January 2nd, everybody that has joined us. Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Family Vacation Network. My name is John Dehart. I am your executive director with FVN. Hope everybody had a great holiday season, and now it is 2014, and my wish for you is that we make this year your absolute best year ever. And a great way to do that, folks, is with the Family Vacation Network. So we are going to jump right into it. Thanks for joining me tonight. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is the Family Vacation Network, a brand new way to vacation. And folks, I want everybody on this line to know that we are telling a story that has never been told before. So I guess I want to start this by asking really a very, very simple question. Kind of, it's 2014. You probably set some goals for this year. And would those goals have changed, folks, if you had just won the lottery? What would you do if you had just won the lottery? My assertion is going to be that you would have some pretty radically different goals or pretty radically different things that you'd be planning on doing this year. And so, really, what would you do? Would you volunteer more? Would you coach? Would you be a mentor? If you're like most folks out there, you would really, really start to check off those bucket list vacations, right? You'd start taking those dream trips. You'd start visiting places around the world that you've always wanted to go to. And so I want to start also by saying, destiny is not by luck or chance. It's a choice. And so my hope is by the end of this webinar that we're talking about today, that you have some choices, right? So you may not win the lottery, but understand that you don't need the lottery in order to be able to do those great trips, in order to change your life. It really is just about a choice. And so what I want to do is welcome you to the Family Vacation Network. We're a company that's creating a lifetime of memories, one very cool vacation at a time. And even though we're a brand new company, we know quite a lot about vacationing. You see, our owner and founder, Mr. David Siegel, over 40 years ago had a dream, and that dream was to give ordinary people access to extraordinary vacation experiences at affordable prices. And so, folks, with that dream, he borrowed $20,000. He bought a large piece of property on the west gate of Disney World in Orlando, Florida. With a hand-painted sign that he put up, he pounded into the ground. It said, "Coming soon." That was about 40 years ago. And today, we are the largest privately held vacation ownership company in the world. We have over $4 billion in assets, folks, 28 resorts across North America, and over 7,000 employees. And so the question becomes, what do you give a man? David Siegel, by the way, is a billionaire. What do you give a man that already has everything? Well, folks, that's phase 2 of the dream, and that's the Family Vacation Network, FVN, helping others to create success. What do you give somebody that's already got everything? The opportunity to help others create success. And with that opportunity comes the opportunity to create the largest vacation company in the world. Again, one cool vacation at a time. So over these last 40 years, here's what we've learned, and especially really over the last 5 years, because the world has radically changed. The internet has changed things, social media has changed things, and so here's what we've learned, that through this new form of vacationing with FVN, if we give people the vacations they want, when they want them at a reasonable price, here's what's going to happen. That customer is going to say, we want the control. We want the vacations. We want them when we want them. We want them at a good price. We want to go where we want to go. That means if you want to go on a cruise, we're going to send you. If you want to go to Cancun on an all-inclusive trip, we're going to send you. If you want to dive the Great Barrier Reef, we're going to send you. Here's the thing. If we do that, we know that you are going to share your vacation experiences with other people. And in today's world, what does that mean? Well, it quite simply means that you're going to talk about it. You might blog about it, right? You might tweet about it. You might share those experiences on Facebook. You might create fan pages. You might create YouTube videos. But the bottom line is this, that you're going to share that experience with your friends. And what it's called in today's world is social networking. And you've seen the power of companies like Facebook that have over 1 billion users worldwide. That's 1/6 of the world's population today is using Facebook. It's very, very powerful. So we know if we give you those experiences, you're going to share them with other people. So here's the question that we ask. How do you go about building the largest vacation company in the world? And so we went to the experts. Here's what they told us. They said you got to have 2 things. Number 1, you've got to have a fantastic product. Number 2, you've got to be able to show people how to monetize their social networking, how to monetize that product, how to make money sharing their experiences. That's what they told us we needed to do. So the good news is, folks, we've already got a great product. They said, hey, look, you've got vacations, and you can open up vacations, really great vacations at really reasonable prices. Guess what? Everybody in the world wants to vacation, so you've got that one covered. So here's how it works. You start with step 1. You choose which vacation starter pack that you want to get started with. So the first thing you do is you choose your starter pack. It's basically this: good, better, or best, right? It's how much fun do you want to have. That's the real key with the Family Vacation Network. So number 1, you choose which package do you want to come in with. Number 2 then is you pick your auto subscription, your monthly auto subscription. And so basically, folks, the concept that we're pioneering is like a prepaid vacation, and many of you are familiar with this concept, right? You know, we are a network marketing company. You're familiar with this concept, but you're familiar with it probably with companies that offer different products other than vacation, right? You might be familiar with it with a vitamin company. Every month you get a shipment of vitamins that comes to your door. Or a skincare company. Every month you get some skincare coming to your door. Or a juice company. Every month you get some juices coming to your door. My question is really this: which one do you want? Do you want this, or do you want monthly vacations? And so what the concept that we're pioneering is the prepaid vacation. So every single month what you're doing is you're pre-purchasing either 1 or 2 value season nights that can be used at any Westgate resort. And so the cool part is that it can go well beyond that. So you see here this little chart. It shows you exactly how it works. So you've got your auto subscription, right? That's 1 or 2 nights of vacation every single month. You can redeem those nights at any of our 28 Westgate resorts. So that's really, really cool. Anytime you want to go there during our value season, you can redeem those nights. So basically you're prepaying vacation. Or you can convert those value seasons to beach bucks. And beach bucks are our internal currency. So basically with those beach bucks, you can either buy hotel nights, you can buy our global rewards, or you can use them for our destination dream trips. Let me walk you through all of that. So here's the first one. This is hotels, FVNhotels.com. Folks, you can use your beach bucks. It'll buy either 1 or 2 nights every single month. And here's the cool part. This hotel card is good for 160,000 hotels around the world. And like I said, it's really good for 1 and 2 night stays, right? I mean, if you want to get a weekend getaway with your sweetheart or whatever it may be, or maybe you got a business trip, this is a great, great product to be able to use for that. So that's, again, you're pre-purchasing value season nights. You can go to Westgate, any of our Westgates, value season, or you can trade for beach bucks. And with beach bucks, you can buy the hotel card, number 1. Number 2, you can use it to buy our global reward savings credits. And folks, this is where you really get to kick into some high quality vacation, because this is for cruises. You can use these global rewards to buy down cruises. You can use it for resorts all around the world, over 100,000 resorts around the world. You can use it for shopping. You can use it for airfare. You can use it for rent-a-cars. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with this program. Folks, here's the cool thing about Family Vacation Network. It's really unlimited in the scope of what you're able to do when it comes to travel. You know, there's not much you can't do with the Family Vacation Network if you use our program correctly. And then the final thing that you can use your beach bucks for is what we call our destination dream trips. Let me give you a flavor of one of these. We've got one coming up to Cancun, Mexico. Folks, this is literally a dream trip. So I want you to close your eyes. I know it's cold. If you're on the East Coast, you're getting bombarded by snow right now. So imagine that tomorrow you're going to the airport. Hopefully you can get out. You're going to the airport. You're going to airfare for two. You're going to fly from a major U.S. city to Cancun, Mexico. When you get there, you're going to jump on a shuttle. It's going to take you to the Hard Rock in Cancun. You're going to be there for 6 days, 5 nights, all inclusive. That's all food, that's all beverages, that's liquor. And we're going to give you 1,500 hotel credits. And those credits can be used for things like jet skiing. It can be used for the spa. If you want a mani-pedi, you want massages. It can be used to tour the Mayan ruins. It can be used for greens fees. It can be used for luxury dinners. Here's the thing. It's all inclusive, but if you want to have a romantic dinner with your sweetheart, candlelight, it can be used to upgrade for that too. Folks, it's one of these trips. Seriously. When you get there, you take your passport, you take your wallet, you lock it in the safe because you're not going to need it. It is an all-inclusive dream trip, airfare included. All of that for $2,900. But here's the cool part. You can use your beach bucks to buy that trip down to $1,900. And I'll tell you what, at $2,900 it's a value, at $1,900 it's unheard of. So that's the type of trips that we've got with FVN Destinations. And you say to yourself, okay, but I already bought those beach bucks. Well, here's the cool part. Like many of the other vitamins and juice programs out there, we've got another way that you can get beach bucks, or you can get your value season nights for free. And that's with our Get 3 Yours is Free program. So it's pretty simple. You get on our auto subscription program and you sign up 3 people on our auto subscription program. Next month, your value season nights are for free. So either 1 or 2 nights, depending on which subscription program you're on, and your value season nights are free. Now you can go to Westgate with those value season nights, or any of the 3 programs that I just outlined. You can be trading those value season nights for beach bucks, going to hotels, using them for global reward savings credits, or going on our destination dream trips. Folks, it is really an unbelievable program, and if it doesn't get any better than free, here's where it does get better. How about being paid to take vacations? Remember what the experts told us. Right up front, they said you need 2 things. You need a great product, and you need a way for people to monetize their experience, a way for them to, as they're sharing their experience out there, because folks, it's really simple. Our program's not about selling, it is about sharing. It's a transfer of emotion. You go on vacation, you tell people about it. In the world of social networking, telling people about it has never, ever, ever been easier than it is right now. And when you do, you've got the opportunity to get paid. And I'll tell you what, we have a great compensation structure to get that done. I want you to go to fvnmovie.com, familyvacationnetworkmovie.com. It's going to explain our compensation plan in full. But let me just say this about it. You know, I've got about 30 years of experience in this industry today. And over those 30 years, generally speaking, you see 2 types of compensation plans out there. You see the type that you can make great money on the front end, but there's no residual income, which is okay, but understand you're never, ever going to get off that treadmill, right? Or you see the other type of plan, almost no money up front, and you're working to build a residual income. Residual income is really cool. Royalty income is really cool, but you got to get there. You got to get over the hump. 3 to 5 years to do it. And the reality is, folks, a lot of people never do. What we've been able to do with what we call our smart compensation plan is thread the needle, to walk that tightrope, to have great money up front with our fast starts and our differential bonuses, but to also have fantastic money on the back end with our unilevel program, our quarterly bonuses, and also our bonus pools that we share, a revenue share of worldwide profits. Folks, there's no compensation plan out there like the Smart Compensation Plan. Get educated on it and get excited. So, here's where we're at. You know, if we sit down and we look at this industry, we look at the Family Vacation Network, there are a couple things that you need to have in place. Number 1, you got to have a good company. Properly capitalized, properly managed, we got that. We've got our parent company is over $4 billion in hard assets. They've got plenty of cash flow. They've got management that gets it. We've got a great company backing us. That's number 1. Number 2, then, you've got to have a great product, right? And the product has got to be, it's got to have the winning formula. That winning formula is this. You've got to have a product that doesn't need to be sold. Why? Because most people that get in this industry are not salespeople. They're just like me and you. They're average folks. They don't consider themselves sales types. See, if you've got a mediocre product at a high price, you need a crackerjack sales force, right? You need somebody that's going to be out there, pitching, trial closing, all of those things. Why? Because they got a mediocre product at a high price. You need a great salesperson to sell that. But if you're going to involve the masses in our industry, guess what? Most people aren't going to be salespeople. You got 5, maybe 10% of the population consider themselves sales types. That means 95 to 90% of them out there consider themselves non-sales types. So what do you have to have for them? You've got to have a product that sells itself. You've got to have a better product at a better price. And that's exactly what we have with the Family Vacation Network. High-quality vacations that are priced better than the competition. Take selling out of the equation. At that point, it becomes about sharing. A transfer of emotion like we talked about. So we've got a great product. We've got a great compensation plan. So the 3 pieces of the puzzle, the first 3 are in place. Here's number 4. You are in the right place at the right time. By some stroke of luck or fate, just like that lottery, you find yourself on this webinar January 2nd, 2014. And on January 2nd, 2014, here's reality. The Family Vacation Network, by global standards, is still relatively small. We are small, and we are going to be a giant. Now, folks, you see Google up there. Why do I put that up there? Let me do a back to the future moment for you here, right? If we could take all the knowledge you have today and roll it back to the year 2000, how much Google stock would you buy? If we could take it back to the future, you could jump in that car with Michael J. Fox, back to the year 2000, how much Google stock would you buy knowing what you know today? Well, let me answer that for you. You're going to buy as much as you possibly can. Why? Because that company went from small to big, right? You'd get a second job, you'd sell your house, you'd sell your car, you'd take the bus, sell the family pet, you'd hopefully get a job at Google where you got to acquire some stock, with that company as they started to grow. You'd do everything you possibly could to acquire as much Google stock as you possibly could because that company went from small to big and people's lives were changed forever. Folks, today, Family Vacation Network is relatively small and we're going to become the largest vacation company in the world. And in that transition from small to big is where wealth is created. And that's where you find yourself right now. And folks, you find yourself there with All Systems Go. Our systems are in place. Our simple building business, our business building system is in place. I show you McDonald's here. Why? Because they're the most profitable franchise in the world. Why? Because they pioneered building with a system. You know how to make a hamburger. You know how to make a cheeseburger. You can make milkshakes, right? But does that mean you can make money doing it? Probably not. Even though you have that knowledge of how to make that product, why would you spend $2 million to buy a McDonald's franchise? I'm going to make a bold assertion. It's not for the knowledge of how to make a hamburger, cheeseburger, fries. It's for their playbook, their simple system to build the business with, and I've never seen one fail. Folks, that's exactly what you get with the Family Vacation Network. A simple system, 1, 2, 3, paint-by-number system, and it's all about duplication. Why? Because it's not what works that matters. It's what duplicates. And simplicity is what duplicates. Simple duplicates, complicated doesn't duplicate. And folks, our simple system is this. Use, share, teach. Number 1, you got to use the product. What a bummer. You got to go on vacation, right? Why do I say that? Why does your starter pack come with vacation? Because remember what I said right up front. It's not about selling. It's about sharing. It's a transfer of emotion. You go on vacation, you get happy. You start to tell, other people about it. With social media, you tell a lot of people about it, right? That's how our business works. It's really, really simple. So you use the product, you share the product, you share the business, the simple business of Family Vacation Network, and then you teach others how to use the product, share the product well enough that they can teach others how to use the product, share the business well enough. Folks, it's a simple business of duplication. And as that starts to expand around the world, your life changes forever for the better. That's what our business is all about. How do you get started? We talked about it. We've got good, better, best. Folks, let me just talk about our Global Traveler Pack, $9.99. It is definitely the best way to get started. Why? It's going to give you more, right? It's going to give you 6 days, 5 nights, value season, any Westgate Resort. It's going to give you 1,200 global savings credits on our Global Rewards program. It's going to give you the FVN hotel card so that you've got something of everything of ours to use. Remember, it's about sharing. It's not about selling. You're going to have a little bit of all of our products to use, actually a lot of it with this package. This is the single best way to get started. But here's the thing. Don't let money stop you from getting started. However you can get started, just get started. That's the most important thing with the Family Vacation Network. So with that, let me encourage you to do this. Get back to the person that had you be on this call. Get your questions answered and get started right away. And join us on Monday night. We have the FVN, the first of the corporate overview calls. We're going to be doing that this Monday night. Stay tuned for details on that. Thanks for joining me. Happy New Year again for everybody that's on this call. John Dehart, over and out for tonight.